Welcome, everyone, to Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Just about underway here in this fine Catholic League matchup. It's a rivalry here today. St. Mary's, the home squad, and Divine Child, the visitors here today. Kind of a must-win for Divine Child as well. We welcome you to the booth, everyone. Jeremy Otto alongside Ben Holden to bring you the call here today. Well, there's a lot to unpack between these two teams. It's a game that's been very tight, though, the last few years between them.
It really is, Jeremy. It's great to be with you tonight to call this one. And as you mentioned, a big one. I mean, you look at Orchard Lake St. Mary's, they've got everything going. They've lost one match so far. They've won 5 in a row. They've outscored the opposition 13-0. And to your point about Divine Child, this is a situation where they don't really have a lot of margin for error if they still want to win this league. They've got a loss. They've got a draw within the league. So a critical match for both teams. And really, Orchard Lake, 7th straight to start the year at home. Their coach, Joe, said, yeah, how do you like the scheduling? That's smart. They're trying to get another big win to keep their distance in the league lead.
And this potentially may be the best team ever in a long time here at Orchard Lake. It's the culmination of a lot of seniors playing together for a long time.
It really is. They've got 9 of them all together, and they've got a really good scoring player up top in Gabe Richer. He's got 8 goals on the season. He's a part of that group. He's a player that can score at any time, and that's an area that their coach told us yesterday. He said, we struggled the last couple of years. They found that. They're getting that. They're getting outstanding goalkeeping as well from Reese Golden in the cage. So that's a great combination for the Eaglets.
Well, this soccer season is not necessarily a long one, so you have to really get the wins, especially in league, as quick as you can, because there's only one spot to be had.
No, that's absolutely right, and it makes it even more critical. You want to get the 3 points, and you see on Divine Child's side, Sal Thompson. This kid's a great story. You see his size, you see his stature. He's a big, strong player. He's closing in on the all-time scoring record at Divine Child, and over the years, Divine Child has had some great athletes across the board in all sports, but specifically in soccer. He's a special player we're going to be watching tonight.
And he's within striking distance of that as well. It's going to be fun to see him maybe chip it away at it here today in a rivalry game as well.
He is. He's 24 points away from the all-time record. So I know his focus, and this team, the side of Divine Child, their focus is clearly on this match tonight. A big one for them. 3 massive points on the line on the road here against an Orchard Lake team that we've talked about. They're playing some of the best soccer they've ever played in their program history.
Well, it's the battle of the birds today. Yeah. Huh? The Eaglets and the Falcons coming up next right here on the Prep. Don't go anywhere.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Does your bank make you feel like you belong there? At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Just about underway here, Divine Child and Orchard Lake St. Mary's getting ready to do battle. A hot and sticky day. It's down from what it was yesterday in the last couple of days, so that's at least a little bit better. Some storms kind of scattered, but we hope they stay away for this match here today. Jeremy Otto back alongside Ben Holden to bring you the call today. Going to take a peek at your starting lineups first for Divine Child. The scoring we talked about at the top of the show, but they've got a good overall supporting cast as well.
Yeah, they do, and they got an experienced group as well. But again, it's all going to go through, and it all goes through 22 Salvatore Thompson, goes by Sal. He's their captain, a senior leader on this team. He's done it all for this team in his career. Everything works through him, so he'll be the big focal point of their attack in the offensive attacking portion of the pitch.
On the other side for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, we kind of hinted at it given their row of clean sheets that they've had in a row, but Reese Golden is a good one, and he will take up a lot of the goals. 6'5" out there.
Yeah, he's got 5 straight clean sheets. That is getting it done. Coach talked about him with us yesterday. He said he's great in the air, 2-year starter, an all-league player, 6'4", he's lanky, he's long, exactly what you want to see in a goalkeeper in soccer. If you're a hockey goalkeeper, same way. You want those long athletic guys to take up as much space as you can in the goal, and he's been dynamite.
When you look at Divine Child, certainly a team that is trying to get on a roll, and what other better way to do it against your rival here in soccer, and also, just from a standpoint of where you are in the standings as well here today.
Yeah, they're 2-3-1. They've beaten Riverview 4-3. They beat Ann Arbor Green Hills 4-2. A very good program. They had the draw with Lutheran North at 2-2 as you get a look at the Falcons there. And Keith Jeffrey, the head coach of St. Mary's, told us yesterday, he said, look, it's always tough. It's always physical. We expect their best. We got a target on our backs. And St. Mary's hasn't really had that in soccer. And I got that sense it's been a long time. When we talked to Keith Jeffrey, he said, look, this program's come a long way. They didn't have a lot of numbers when they first started. He's got over 20 players on the varsity side, 20 on the JV side, and that's how you build a program. You build it through depth. You build it through guys getting a chance to play, and it's coming out spades here so far this year for the Eaglets.
And he's got a nice mix of assistant coaches as well. Somebody that actually coached him, which is a cool factor, in Sam Cooley over at Lanphier High School where he was All-State, but he also has a Big Ten official on his staff as well.
Yeah, he does, and Donovan Nucha is the guy that you're referring to, and he shared that with us yesterday. And, what's the old adage, Jeremy? The best head coaches, no matter what level, no matter what sport, they surround themselves with outstanding coaches and the outstanding staffs they build and whatever that is, their strength and conditioning, whatever it is, and that's what the good ones do. So great move by Keith Jeffrey and those two guys and really all the guys you mentioned, the 4 on his staff.
5 starters out for the first game. So a little bit of, the one blemish is maybe with an asterisk, but this is a team certainly that's rolling in Orchard Lake. And I think maybe what cemented that confidence was the victory over Cranbrook as well. That's a team that they've kind of ran into over the last couple of years, haven't been able to get it done, but that was maybe the beginning of what could be a really special year.
No question about it. I mean, Cranbrook, they were in the state finals. Ann Arbor Green Hills, talked about them with Divine Child. They've beaten them. Every team in this league is ranked. In Division II, Orchard Lake this week ranked 8th in the state. So it's a meat grinder of teams. It's hard to get through. It's hard to get wins. It's hard to get points. And when you're outscoring the opposition side 13-0 in the last 5 matches, you're doing a ton of things right. And that's certainly what that team right there, or those red kits on tonight, Orchard Lake has been doing.
Well, on the red turf, you can always tell where you are, right, when you see this thing?
Right. No question.
Getting ready for the start of this one. Orchard Lake JV squad playing before this one as well.
2-0 win. Speaking of clean sheets, it's in the water here in Orchard Lake, apparently. Pun intended.
Culture.
Right? Yeah. In talking to Keith Jeffrey, he mentioned, about the building and the depth in his program. This school has always been known as a football school. It's been known as a basketball school as well, and at times, they've had some success in hockey, but for them to be a real player in soccer is another feather in the cap of this fine institution.
And it's kind of interesting to watch it grow on the girls' side as well, and see them establish that and be competitive in sports. I know we'll have some of their action later on this season on the prep too. So that's been kind of an interesting thing. You don't often see Catholic schools growing in ways like that right now, so it's refreshing in that way.
Yeah, and it's great to see too. And I know there's a couple players on each side here that could have went and played the club route. And I think it's great to see these kids, whether it's a private school or not. You see these kids come back and play in high school. There was a game we did in the spring here on the prep. Olivia Thomas from University Liggett, and she's going to North Carolina. And for those that don't know, on the women's side in college soccer, it's hard to top North Carolina. You probably don't. And she came back to play, and there's players, again, in this match particularly, Jeremy, that are doing that. So it's great to see them playing for their school, their colors, their family, and their friends.
Opening touch goes to St. Mary's here. They look to bomb it right off the get-go. I'm sure looking to establish a good tempo in a game like this. Sliding that across the end line. It's punched out in a quick corner to begin things here. Quick slide in. And that one sent a bit too far. That's Brett Wojkowski who gets a hat. Couple goals for him. That's a guy that Coach really raved about. He's actually coming off ACL surgery just in February, and he's out there doing well.
And he switched sides of the pitch too, Jeremy. He was a center back, defensive center back, and shows his versatility. And there's a reason why he's one of 3 captains for them this season.
That's something that you hear a lot on teams that are successful and kind of take in that next step. Maybe they have a few younger pieces that are going to slide in and play that role that you were previously, but kind of that ability to move positions can be big.
Yeah, and to me it shows the buy-in of this young guy. I mean, Coach, put me wherever you need me, right? It's that kind of mentality. He's a big, tall, sturdy lad. You see him there, number 8.
This one punched around a few times. Orchard Lake surrenders possession once again. Klauwender sees that one float out of play. He'll keep it as that's off Divine Child. Wojkowski does the throw. Off the side of the foot of Plagans there to defender. Right down the heart of the 18, but punched back out by Divine Child. Pretty solid back line for DC. Both of these two teams like their back lines. Over the top, there's Marinko. Good step in front, looking to take charge is Thompson. One of 2 that you'll see on the field quite a bit today. And there's our first foul. Yeah, two Thompson brothers, Sal and Luciano, really key to this squad. Talked about what Sal has been able to do throughout his career. First team All-Stater last year, just 24 points away from the all-time St. Mary's scoring record.
He's a senior. Luciano, the younger brother, he's a sophomore.
And that's something you maybe don't value, but you hear it a lot here in high school. Playing with your brother, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Especially at a high level.
Yeah, and you know, Thompson, Sal, the older one's one of those players that
bombed over the middle. That's a header that just goes a bit wide. St. Mary's will get an important corner early on in this one.
Yeah, they sure will. And just to finish that thought as we get a look back here, Sal Thompson, one of those players that, you know, would have opportunities there just off the mark there to play club, and to your point, playing with his brother, and you don't get to do that for very long in your life, and it's a great thing, and certainly respect that.
Second of the day, lofted a bit too high, and somehow that thing stays in play. Good heads up there by Marinko. Divine Child looking to push it to their attacking half. It's been pretty dominant on Orchard Lakeside thus far.
Yeah, they've had the possession time and the time in the attacking zone here. Yet to see Divine Child really get possession of the ball here so far.
Quick touch by Wojciechowski. Look at a lean one forward. A couple spreading together, but a nice step in front by Marhevka.
Like his counterpart, long, lean, lanky. Big body in the goal for the Falcons.
And this is a Falcons team that's rotated keepers so far this year. Marhevka definitely the number one at this point. They wanted to give Braden Davis-Zero some time. He's a younger sophomore.
Yep. And that's good. And that's, you know, we've talked about that with St. Mary's, and that's how you build depth, right? You get guys into play, you give them an opportunity, you trust them no matter what happens. If they're having an off day, you trust them, you give them the opportunity to play.
No, because every year.
Ori trying to slide that right at the top of the 18. Dug back out by St. Mary's. They quickly gallop up the field. They've had the speed thus far here today.
They sure have. Ooh.
One off the knee. Luke Weber stepping out in front. And Divine Child will actually take this one back here on the throw.
Wait, can I have a waterfall? Can I see what it tastes like?
A Rockets. That's off the bar. How about it? I thought that one would sail over at first.
The one note, Jeremy, well, I wrote more than one, but the most prevalent note that I wrote on Wojciechowski here is you see he's got a leg, and you can see it there. What a rocket there, and he didn't miss by much. And he's been the most active player on the St. Mary's side so far tonight. He's been all over the place.
The leg from Marhevka. St. Mary's looking to send it right on back. Lurking is Ethan Davis. Davis able to step out in front. Key member of this midfield squad for Divine Child as well. Here come the Falcons looking for their first opportunity on goal, and he's cold thus far.
Too much footwork there from Thompson. He turned it over.
The coach talked about his back line, how they can turn it over just as well as Golden. They've done a great job stepping in front of him. They have his back.
Right.
He talked about, you know, in more physical games, how they're the first back there trying to defend their keeper.
It's all about staying connected, and they've done a great job of that so far this season.
Slusser looking to tuck one far sideline, but St. Mary's will take it back.
And you see once again, everything, there's a young man Slusser, but everything going to and through 22 and white. That's where they want the ball. Good matchup here, I think, as this one plays out, Jeremy, between he and Wojciechowski, number 8 for Orchard Lake.
That one last off the foot of Richer. The goal kick coming on up for Divine Child. Well, Richard's been limited a bit in terms of his touches. I'm sure that's the goal in every match that he plays for his opponent.
He's a marked man, right? Yeah, he is, and really haven't seen him with a touch yet. It's been all Brett Wachowski so far.
And sometimes you wonder how much of an effect that will have, but he's been scoring in every game but the Cranbrook game, and obviously with 8 goals to this point has scored multiple in a few.
Yeah. 5-1, 6 matches, so yeah, he's putting up some goals, and here it comes again to number 8.
Wachowski with a quick touch back to midfield. Off now for Rushwin. Tucks it along for Carrick. Carrick looking to slide it out in front, juggling that one. Ooh,
that was Richer in front. Tightly defended right there in a primetime scoring area. You get a look at him there, and good ball sent in. Plays it off the right foot. Tries to buy himself a little time, but a good job by Brendan Mullett there, the senior defender, to make the play on him.
Already the 3rd corner kick here tonight. Looking to put the first goal in this game.
Referee kind of setting the tone right there in the goal mouth area.
This is Marinko getting ready to drive one home. Good flat ball right to Luke Weber there for Divine Child. Doesn't clear play. That one ripped but wide. Wachowski again.
I'm having a lot of fun watching this young guy play. He has come to play. He showed up. He's getting opportunities, getting in space, and using that big leg that he's got. And he came close on the last one. That one, not so much. The previous one was awful close, but he's getting chances and getting into space, and they're getting him the ball.
Slusser trying to sneak that one along the line, but that physical play ends in an Orchard Lake possession.
Yep. Foul called on Divine Child there for the push.
What does this mean?
77 degrees at game time. So glad he could join us. Jeremy Otto alongside Ben Holden to bring you the call.
Good to be with you, Jeremy.
Yeah, finally. I mean, we've tried to match up a few times, haven't we?
We have. You know, this broadcast stuff's a tangled web, so it's fun to finally meet you and call a match with you here, and hopefully, we'll be together again on Friday.
We will,
so,
yeah.
Looking
excited
forward to
for that one.
Yeah.
Bishop Polian Shrine on the football side of things.
7 o'clock start, right?
Yes.
I'll have the best seat in the house. I'll be down on the field.
2 rivals as well going in that one.
Well, Orchard Lake's done a great job here. 10 minutes into this match here, and they have really controlled this match so far. I mean, Divine Child's only had the ball over the midfield line a couple of times, and they've yet to get an opportunity to score here. So St. Mary's has come out and really set the tempo in this one here in the first 10.
Lugerai is in. We've heard a lot about Nico Lugerai.
Yeah. We met him earlier.
We did. Senior midfielder, played on the academy side of things last year, but did play here at Orchard Lake his first year.
And he was a player that Keith Jeffrey, their head coach, mentioned. We asked about next level guys, but we had a chance to meet Nico a few minutes before the match. He actually came up, and he's in charge of their music, so he was plugging that in up here, and he told us took us through the litany of injuries he's had. They've all been in the right leg, and he's not sure if he wants to play. He's out here playing for his school now, though.
Popped over the middle, keeper coming out, and it pays off for Reese Golden in the end. He does take a lick, though.
Good read by him, looking through the bodies, looking through the traffic. And a good strong kick from him over midfield.
It was Ryan Rowland. One of the first offensive opportunities here for DC.
They haven't had many.
They've gotten some balls just like this, but a lot of times they're intercepted and taken right back the other way, and more often than not, it's been Wachowski who's been there.
It really has. I mean, he's all over the center of the pitch. He's kind of drifting out on the wing here down in front of us right now. But he's been the guy that's really come out and set the tone, number 8 in red.
Your referee today trying to set the tone of his own.
Yeah.
Having a chat there with Roland.
Aren't there 9 spots?
Yeah, there's 9 spots this year.
Yeah, I think you, maybe me.
Man, if we got your size.
Look for the long throw. Putting a body on is Maverick Ori there.
Now that's an athlete's name right there.
Yes, no doubt.
Maverick. Guessing his parents are Top Gun fans?
They must be. Did you just name your son that knowing that, hey, they're going to pick him, right, no matter what, right?
Right. It's like I always said that about Colt McCoy, the former Texas and NFL quarterback. Foul called here.
It'll be interesting to see if this chippiness does pick up a little bit.
And that's Sal Thompson there. And really, sometimes that's the only way you can defend that guy.
Right.
I mean, he's big, he's strong, he's nasty, he does everything really well. And he draws the foul there on that particular play.
Their first set piece today goes a long way. There is that big frame of Golden.
6'4" and a big, strong left leg.
Ori intercepts for a moment. Wojciechowski will surround. But there is Luke Weber once again. Slots it out. And now some more talking now on the Orchard Lake side. That looked like an enough is enough type body language from your referee today.
Yeah, he was talking there to Nico Lugerai. Continuing to kind of set the law here in this match here. Still early on in it, 26 to play in the half.
Would not be shocked to see a card soon, huh?
Maybe. That was the longest conversation I've seen between the center referee and a player yet here so far tonight.
How about Golden booming that one? Looking for Rushwin downfield. Cameron Stewart went up. Captain couldn't gain it back, though. Here comes DC. Ori along that right side, looking to get it on the other end for Roland. And you can see maybe the Falcons trying to take a few more chances here, Ben.
Yeah, they're going at Sal Thompson there, who got that ball out there in space, but I don't think he got everything he wanted on that thing. We'll get another look here, a closer look at it. Yeah, it looked like it just came off his foot in a spot he didn't want it. You see the reaction. Look at that, came off the top of his foot. But they're getting a little bit more offensive jam in their game here is Divine Child.
How much do you think that the 5 clean sheets is maybe in the back of the mind?
I mean, it's entirely possible. You know, these players know. I mean, look, we're both in the business, and these players know each other, whether they play travel or just playing in high school. They pay attention to that stuff, right?
Yeah.
These athletes pay attention. It could be. I just think that St. Mary's here so far, as you see Keith Jeffrey, their head coach, and his subs there on his bench, they've just come out with a purpose, a stronger purpose. Good play here.
That's Lugerai driving all the way in. Good tucking, nonchalant ball. Going to gain it back, ripping through. Divine Child step for step on that, though.
Great battle there. Good work turned in there by Ethan Davis, the junior. Not an easy matchup. Lugerai's got good speed despite all the injuries that young guy has gone through to that right leg, and that's a good defensive play by Davis.
First sub off the bench today. A lot of times you'll see him start as well. 23 minutes still to go in this first half. They do count down here in the high school game. Pitch to the corner, and paddling that one down is Marhevka.
And again, Brent Wachowski getting the ball on cage toward the goal. Nothing wrong with that. He's been really active.
Well, certainly the easy thing to point out, the more you put on goal, the better chances you have. But when you score as many goals as they have, that's almost sure-handedly to get a few here in the first half if they continue at this pace.
I mean, in their last 5 matches, averaging nearly 3 a match, which, you know, oftentimes in soccer is unheard of. And there you get a look at Wachowski there. You mentioned Jeremy had the ACL surgery in February, so he's got that brace and looks like some compression there on that right leg, and he has really played well. He's been the best player on the pitch here so far tonight.
3 subs right there for the Falcons, trying to keep these bodies fresh, one of those hot and humid days, which you often deal with at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
Then it dips drastically, and by the end you're like, what happened?
And that's probably what everybody will be saying next week.
Yes.
Because after tonight, it looks like the highs around here in the Metro Detroit area are in the low 70s for the next week and a half. So humidity around 80%.
We're thankful for the fan here today, right behind us.
We are. We are.
We turn the oscillating off.
Just let it go.
Orchard Lake, good sprinting ball. Guess who? Little dribbler, and Marhevka says not so fast.
That was Gabe Richter there. 8 goals, as we talked about. Has a little bit more time. I like his chances here. He just doesn't have quite enough to do anything with it. The defender was able to get back and get up tight on him and really took away any opportunity he had to do anything else with a ball there.
Lugerai, good ball to midfield. Couple more passes. DC stepping in front. Ori has been busy today.
Thompson with a great play coming back there.
Sabarabi, one of the subs, putting some pressure on, and it makes the difference. Here he is lurking, trying to beat 3 eaglets that time, and Orchard Lake does stand tall, but keep tabs on that going forward.
Big chance denied.
Spread to the corner, Klauwender looking for a quick ball out in front, but Knopfer, one of those other subs, took it back. Knopfer, the young sophomore forward. TC figuring things out here. Maybe some of these subs bringing the energy they needed. Off the knee of Rushwin. Quick forward for Wojciechowski that time around. Little touch ball going forward, looking for their first. Pedal back out, the second chance. Divine Child still holding strong, and they do in the end.
Wow. Orchard Lake faithful, you can hear them showing their love for the effort turned in here. Best attacking sequence of the game. Huge save there from Owen Marhevka there. And that one just too much air underneath it, but a great save. Best save of the match so far right there on that first opportunity. And it remains scoreless here in Orchard Lake.
It was Griffin Teams, one of the guys who kind of sacrificed his body just to chest it down. That might have made the difference. You see Klauwender head to the bench there. Good over the top ball. Divine Child there, though.
Do you have a half day? No. These odds getting colder.
Abarabi in the area for Divine Child. Couldn't secure it. Here's Richer. Luke Richer, that is. Several players you kind of have to specify in terms of last name.
He's got some wheels too, does Luke. 3-year player.
Well, it's clear what Divine Child's strategy. 2 more subs in here. They're trying to keep these legs fresh.
They really are, and that guy there, Sal Thompson, their captain, talking about him an awful lot, rightfully so. Everything's built around him, and he's had a couple of chances, but unable to get one past the keeper yet so far tonight.
Esperanza, one of those subs coming in for the Falcons. Right on the ball there. As it scoots out, Sean Slusser making it a bit difficult that time as well.
You better not, bro. Hey, chill.
It's Luke Richer who goes over to take this one. Little popping throw. Trying to spread it right back to him. Ooh, piped out in front and paddled away. Marhevka's been busy today.
He sure has. And that was another good ball played out there Just didn't link up on it, but a good attacking play again from Orchard Lake.
He uses those hands well.
He does. I'm impressed because he's been tested. Golden really hasn't been so far. And that's a credit to his team, the way they've attacked here in this match.
Dominic Lentz from behind, and it looks like we're going to have a card.
Yep. That was too much.
Kind of felt this coming, potentially.
Yeah, you got to stop. I mean, he knows it. You gotta make sure you put the brakes on there. You can't finish that play and run through, so he's going to sit here.
It's Cole Plagan's second set piece. This one a little bit more in tight for Divine Child. Still leveled at zeros here. Luke Weber, one of their best players out there. He does a nice job with this leg. There's a reason why he's taking this right now.
Yep, he's got a strong leg and smart, heady guy. Watch 22 Thompson. He's right in the middle of the pitch.
Yo, what happened?
Wheel to the right a bit, but a skipper taken by Golden.
Not sure about that. I would have played that ball. I would have got that into Thompson, personally.
Not a lot of chances for Divine Child, but Golden has been pretty aggressive in his angles so far today.
Yeah, he likes to come out. He likes to challenge.
Yo, bro, what do you think that position?
Spun up to Richer. Ball on a string for Richer. One more killer move, looking to get by. A little push. And Richer will draw it back.
Smart play.
Wait, what did you do though? Tell me.
Over the top and through, but Marhevka is going to let it bail. Well, there's maybe two types of high-scoring record type of goal scorers in high school. There's one that you just saw that'll pass it if he needs to, and there's another who would just keep that ball. But
yeah, I mean, I think it's case by case. You know, I mean, if player's got the opportunity, he's going to take it. He feels it's the right move to give it up, set up a teammate. That's what the good ones do.
Abarabi can't quite get the handle on it. And this is Luke Richer to put it back in. Clouding up a tad here at Orchard Lake. Ooh. Good sound of that one, huh?
Yeah.
Thompson coming together, making that difficult. Kinane looking to lean one forward, and now they pinball out of bounds a little bit here. Subs on each side. They've subbed pretty freely in the opening half of this one.
Over the verbal snap. Open it.
It's Asakopolis back in here for Divine Child. Body down by Salvatore Thompson. Campton cannot break free that time.
No, let's go through the scenes. Let's see all the scenes.
Well, the advantage here for Orchard Lake, I'd say they still have a lot of possession, but it's changed a bit here.
A little bit. A little bit. Divine Child's gotten a few more chances, I'd say, in the last 10 minutes.
I think it was kind of that second wave of subs that brought the energy for them.
I agree with you on that. They got a little bit of spark from that. They keep trying to get it to their leader, 22, but marked every time he's out.
Wojciechowski's been around the ball all night long.
Yep.
Tangled in the corner there. Somehow still able to keep it in. Wow. And a foul just outside of the 18 there will lead to a dangerous kick. St. Mary's already with 3 corners before this. This virtually a corner.
Pretty much. And they're going to let the guy with a big booming leg, Wachowski, take it here.
Just a two-man wall there for Divine Child. Ooh. Slides that right across the line. Pinballed a little bit, and Marhevka may be breathing a sigh of relief.
What a bomb that was. Another look at this thing, and that's a lot coming at you right there. And Marhevka he's been outstanding. He's been the best player on the pitch for Divine Child against the guy that sent it in there who's been the best player on the pitch for St. Mary's so far tonight. Great save by him.
Big time kudos if you can keep him off the board all night.
That's right.
Divine Child trying to get something going here. Slusser. The Eagles right there, though.
Oh, good footwork.
Here come the Eaglets. That's Kanane. Bombs one looking far post that time, but shouldered out of play. And we've talked about it with Dean Kozlowski, the head coach for Divine Child, and you know how Marhevka has been kind of blossoming over his career. Said, hey, he's more confident, more stronger every day, and this can only do wonders for that today.
Look at this footwork. One guy misses, makes the second guy miss. Fancy stuff there.
Chop it up for the highlight reel, huh?
That's right. Put it in the melt. Look out here.
Great bounce for Abarabi.
What a tackle.
Entangled again.
Great tackle back there by Stewart.
Tartaglia rips the other way. Here's Gabe Richer once again. He has Slusser right on his back. Orchard Lake pounding one in. They've been barreling inside the Divine Child territory all night, really.
Another good defensive play by Davis there. He's made a couple, have called his name at least twice here. And another good play by him. And here's that sliding tackle made there. That was a beautiful play by Cameron Stewart there, 3-year guy for the Eaglets. Great defensive work by him.
Got another foul. This one heading against the Falcons. He's been busy tonight.
Yes.
It looks like he's working up a sweat himself.
Just the one yellow called on St. Mary's, and clean, good, fast, aggressive game from both sides here so far.
I'm sure he knows the history between these two teams. Tight games overall.
Rivals for years, for decades, these two. No matter what the sport. Another big opportunity here, Jeremy. They're getting a corner out of the Eaglets here out of this.
They're for today. Divine Child has yet to get one of these. Had a couple in-tight set pieces earlier as well. And again, we see Divine Child sub.
Mm-hmm.
Going to keep their bodies fresh.
Bro, imagine he's like kissing someone out and the nurse just walks in like, are you okay? Your blood pressure just shot up, dude. Are you alright? No, I'm just playing Siege.
Lose your eye. Going to take this one.
Referee in there directing traffic. Everyone trying to get an edge. He's telling him, you can't be there. You got to go here. And he gets them separated and breaks up the small scrum that was forming in there.
We just moved together at the top of the 18 now.
Right, exactly. Here we go.
Lose your eye. Oh. Good ball out in front through the fingertips that time of Marhevka.
I really like his aggressiveness, his nose for the ball. Man, he's really put on a good show here tonight. He's been tested a bunch. Here's a look back from the corner. And that's a great read. Up in the air, just knowing where you're at, knowing where that ball's tracking, and a beautiful play by Owen Marhevka there.
Working hard in the midfield, Dominic Lentz Orchard Lake comes up with it, though. Their speed burning once again. A good job to get back there by Luke Weber.
Yeah, and the player with the ball there on his foot just gave him a second too much. And that allowed, as you said, Jeremy, Weber to come back. But right here, this ball's got to go. Just gave him too much time to come back and catch up. And, you know, credit Weber, but that's a play where you got to let that thing go a little bit quicker when you got the space.
Headed right back in, and the hands just continue to be so solid.
This kid is dialed in, keeping his team in a level match, and really this could be, I'd say, legitimately a 2-0 match, but Owen Marhevka's, he has been the difference so far in the match. Great job there to turn and adjust, and Marhevka right there reaching, extending with those long arms to get it.
Barabi had a quick stint on the bench. He's back in now.
I mean, that's a beautiful read by him there to get that ball. See if this pressure continues here.
Looking right back towards him. Wender falls down, but Marhevka makes sure he gets to that quickly again. 7 minutes left, and what has still been kind of a dominated half by Orchard Lake. That's starting to feel like it's back on their side completely almost again.
They flipped the switch again in the last couple of minutes, no doubt.
Wanting to put one on before the half. Watch Gabe Richard go through the legs. Are you kidding me? Once again, entangled in the middle of the 18 and ripped away by Divine Child.
Oh, what footwork. Oh, great tackle here out near midfield. See what the Falcons do here in the counter.
Down the middle, looking to get that free ball. Roland. Roland surveys his options here. Piped right back at him. Thompson shows footwork of his own here as he looks to slide across the back foot. Thompson breaking free to goal!
That is a counter right there, Jeremy. Their best player, one of the best in the entire state of Michigan, just like that. Their team was forced to defend. Their team was forced to count on their goalkeeper to make 2-3 big saves. And Sal Thompson comes back and puts him on top here on really just a broken play by him and an individual effort as pretty as you'll see. He's 23 points away now from the all-time record at Divine Child. That is pretty stuff right there as Golden down and out, and Thompson gives his side the first goal in the match here.
The Falcons saying, don't forget about us. We're right there with you.
Yeah.
Just 6 minutes left here in the first half. Ori trickling one down the middle, coughed up to the Eaglets.
If you're St. Mary's, the last thing you want to do is kind of lay back here. Keep taking the pace like you've been playing really for the majority of the half. Take the pace to them, and here they come again.
A guy like Richard might take this personal here.
He might. Or
in a good way.
Wachowski might too, right?
Yeah.
As good as he's played.
Wheeled around, here is it again. Salvatore Thompson tucks it over the top, offside. Yep.
I can't, bro. You act like I can choose. My mom will beat me, bro. Let go.
They're feeling it now, though, aren't they? They look much more relaxed.
Yeah, I mean, and that's that young man right there. That's why we talked about him when we came on the air at 7 o'clock. He's one of the best players in the state of Michigan, and he comes through. His team is weathering, defending. Their keeper's been amazing, and an individual effort from him, and he finished it off.
Golden with another long shot there off the noggin of Weber. And in desperation, just happened to flop it out.
There's 0 point doing that. There's no point kicking it
Can't trust anyone around those microphones.
You just never know, right?
That's right. You don't. You think you know, but you don't. You never will.
Orchard Lake looking to slide one in front. Divine Child not having it, though.
So, I mean, you got to tip your cap here, Jeremy, to Divine Child for all the factors we've talked about. Their goalkeeping, their defense, their patience in this match. But this is the first goal that Orchard Lake's allowed in 6 matches. They had 5 straight clean sheets coming in. And as we talked about, too,
look out for this one. Free down the middle, but there was Ryan Rowland once again. He's been active lately.
These players know what each team's doing. They follow this stuff, so they're well aware of that.
Dug out of a tight area there, looking for the foul, and he got it.
He sure did. Speed kills, and right there, that was all speed from Gabe Richer. Look at the speed coming through here. Tripped him up. He had his foot on the gas. He was charging ahead. And they're going to get an opportunity here to try to get this thing even at 1.
That one just inches away from being a PK as well.
Sure was.
Top left corner like he did that.
Just outside of it there.
So Richard going to bail off forward. Wojciechowski can at least act like he's going to rip this one. I'm not going to be surprised if he does take it. He will. Laser! Well, we knew one of them would get their chance and take advantage.
I don't think there was any doubt from anyone in the stadium that that young man was going to do that in the top of the goal with that leg strength. What a great story he is, coming back from surgery earlier this year. You wouldn't know he's had surgery on that ACL. What a rocket in the top of the goal to get his team back level here with now just under 3 minutes to play in the half. So the 2 best guys in my book offensively in this match have scored. They've stepped up for their sides. Who's going to counter? Who's going to score next? Who's going to take advantage next?
3rd of the year for Wojciechowski. And really, after Richer, their scoring is extremely balanced. They've got 3 or 4 guys with a pair at least, right? So don't be surprised to see him put up some more as the year goes on, especially as he gets comfortable after his surgeries. Ethan Davis off the head, that made the difference. Divine Child with a buzz of their own now.
That's right.
Kierbeck
needs some help.
Sure does. Runs into a Orchard Lake wall, has help. Left side, the patience dribbled on, but Asmakopoulos got drilled and taken away by the Eaglets. Ball forward from Weber. He lost it though. Buck 50 left to go in this first half. Plenty of time for Orchard Lake. Here's a quick ball right back to him. The angle not the best though. He'll try it anyway. And Marhevka looking to keep this one level.
Oh, these 2 keepers are doing it. Marhevka's got the upper hand so far in terms of the saves he's made because he's been tested a heck of a lot more. Long way to go. And again, that's an area where these 2 guys at each end in the goal, they know what each guy's done. They keep tabs on that stuff, and they have both really played well here tonight.
And the foul from behind, that's Ori who's whistled for it. Ori not thrilled. That one certainly could have went either way. I mean, we've seen a lot in this match, certainly.
Could have.
Stewart trying to make his mark.
Owen Marhevka once again. Tracking, finding it. Great job.
might just watch a little bit of this.
Gonna race and keep that one in. Eaglets were the first to the ball, bullying their way. That one ruled out though.
Oh, no way. Wow.
The Eaglets have had their way for a good part of this match. First goal scored by Divine Child, though, if you missed it. And that is going to drift us to halftime. 1-1. Here at the half, your thoughts?
Well, we got a tilt on our hands here. This is a good match. Two sides that are both playing for an awful lot. St. Mary's has won 5 in a row. Divine Child, they're desperate. They need a win. They need to keep themselves in the race in league play. And Sal Thompson, 1-0. Brett Wachowski gets us level late in the match in the first half, and we're in store for a pretty good second half, I think, Jeremy, between these two sides.
Break it down further after this on the Prep. Stick with us.
Ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Does your bank make you feel like you belong there? At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
In today's ever-changing real estate and mortgage lending world, the importance of a true professional has never been higher. At Success Mortgage Partners, our mission is for every borrower to receive level 10 service, and our goal is to get you the lowest rate possible. We want you to have an experience of a lifetime. Navigating a turbulent market like this needs to be handled by a real professional. Call Todd Barr at 734-674-6154 and put 20 years of local knowledge to use for you and your family. Success Mortgage Partners Incorporated supports equal housing opportunity, NMLS ID number 130562. Make the turn. If your company wants to make the turn to the next level, make sure you contact Make the Turn, an award-winning digital marketing firm based right here in Metro Detroit, founded by Mike Sullivan and Kyle Bogie in 2019. They've quickly grown to a full team of professionals who create custom marketing solutions to help your team grow and help your business grow. Maybe you have a great marketing department and you just want to get 10% better. Or maybe you're a business owner who wants a marketing director without the full-term salary. It's worth visiting MakeTheTurn.com and checking out all their great examples and reviews. They can help you with content creation, digital advertising, or even just optimizing your social media and web presence. Visit MakeTheTurn.com to schedule a free consultation and see how they can help your company make the turn to the next level. 1-1 or locked up between Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Divine Child. Jeremy Otto and Ben Holden are back with you on the other side of this break to Molesky Field in Orchard Lake, Michigan. Thanks for watching here on The Prep.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
St. Mary's is a place where boys come to find their place in the world. It's not just a place where we learn what to think. It's a place where we learn how to think. Education of the mind can be found almost anywhere. Education of the soul is what I've been taught at St. Mary's. So, if you think you're ready to be a part of our tradition rooted in success, come see for yourself how St. Mary's is more than just a school.
Well, it was an energetic first half of play. We saw a lot, Ben.
We sure did, and we saw an Orchard Lake team come out that they were clearly the aggressors you see here, and Owen Marhevka, the keeper for Divine Child, very busy, very active. They were shooting from all angles. Good defensive work there out of St. Mary's. 5 straight wins coming in. Divine Child 2-3-1 coming in, and again Marhevka shining bright for his side, but then late in the half it was a counter, and then it was on the foot there of Sal Thompson, their captain, their senior. Great individual effort here by him. Look at him keep the dribble and then taps it home with the right foot there to give his team the 1-0 lead late stages of the first half. But the counter came from Brett Wachowski, tied it at 1-1. The bomb there lets it go, and that came with about 3 minutes remaining in the match. So a really spirited tilt. I like the way that Orchard Lake St. Mary's, they played aggressive. They played at a high pace. Divine Child's had to defend an awful lot, but as you saw in the goal by Thompson, they took advantage of that opportunity, and they got the first goal of the match, and we're level at 1-1 here as we just about set to begin the second half here. 5 straight wins for St. Mary's, Jeremy. 13-0 in those 5 straight wins. Divine Child finally breaks Reese Golden. 5 straight clean sheets. First goal they've given up in 6 matches.
34 goals in the career for Sal Thompson now, 87 points. And it's still a climb for him. He's technically only 5th. At least he entered 5th coming into play. But, I mean, when you're only 24 points away and you get 2 for each goal, that can power up quickly when he already has 8 this year.
No question about it. And he's got just a great body for this sport. Saw his athleticism on the goal, and he can change it in an instant, and he did there. And again, these two institutions, these two programs, longtime rivals, big match here, and we're underway in the second. Should be a heck of a second half of action here.
Still kind of a heavy air out there, maybe a little bit more of a breeze.
A little bit.
76 degrees at game time. Skies have darkened a bit, but we're losing daylight as this
it's
fall almost unfolds.
Yeah, it's still 76. The humidity's at 84%.
I believe it.
So it only feels like it's 80, but the humidity, us Midwesterners, we're not used to a whole lot of humidity.
It's actually 95% in the booth, I can tell you that. The fan helps.
It might be, you're right. Fan does help a little bit. Appreciate our crew and everybody and all the folks that make all this possible, led by Chad Bush and Alex Westfall. That's a pretty easy call right there.
How do you think that will unfold here in the second half, the physicality?
You know, good point. I think they're just going to keep playing. I mean, I really there was the one yellow card on St. Mary's, right? But other than that, to me it's been a really clean game. As I say that, and then player goes flying through the air. He's still down on the pitch, and St. Mary's going to stay on the attack here, Jeremy. But I don't know that it's going to really change a whole lot. I think both coaches just want their teams to play their style of soccer and just keep playing. If you're Divine Child, I think one thing you want to do on their side, try to have a little bit more possession, try to control the ball a little bit more, get some more chances here in this second half. If you're St. Mary's, I think the way you played in the first half is fine. You gave up the 1 goal. Thompson made an amazing individual effort. Aside from that, I thought they played a really good defensive first half.
Here's Brett Wojtkowski, scored his 3rd goal in the first half. It was a dart.
Oh, was it ever. Top 90, top 100 on that thing. He can place it. He can boom it. See what he does here. This one's going to be all about the placement. Where he puts this ball. Can he get it in position for his teammates?
Draws back. And, boy, in this massive humanity, anything can happen. Still loose. Another corner.
Yeah, another corner. It was a mass. There were bodies, everything. Oh, quick! Oh!
Wow. Well, you go slow and then you go quick, huh?
Wow.
2-1 Orchard Lake St. Mary's on this.
This is placement right there. Then that's the first opportunity they had. Didn't result in much, but that next chance they had nearly gave them the lead back. Here's that chance. I mean, that is a perfectly placed ball there and just goes over the top bar.
Well, how does Divine Child respond now? That's a big question. We saw that they were kind of energized by those substitutions in the first half. Didn't lead to a goal until about 15 minutes later, but that goal felt really large for them.
Did.
Certainly on the road, anytime you can score first. In a game that, let's face it, means more to Divine Child. It means a lot to Orchard Lake, but it means more to Divine Child in terms of their playoff hopes.
No question. In the big picture, it clearly does, Jeremy. They're sitting at 2-3-1. They've got a loss and a draw in the league, so for them, it clearly does. St. Mary's won't have the attitude that if we lose, it's okay. No question about that. But again, to your point, I agree 100%. It is a more important game for Divine Child in the big picture of things.
Kerbeck takes a tumble and he draws a call.
Yeah, right there, and that's just sticking that leg out, taking him down there on that left knee.
Just one card so far here today. We saw a lot of talkings too, really within the first 15 minutes of this thing.
And really nothing followed from there. So, like I said, I think you're going to see both these sides continue to just play at a pace. You're going to obviously, in a 1-1 match in the second half, you're going to see, I think you'll see teams, both these teams, these sides, take a chance maybe we didn't see in the first half, but I think you're going to see them really empty it out here in the second.
I thought we might see a little bit of a goalie battle here to begin the second half, but it's still...
We still could.
Right at the end there, we saw some good saves by both of these two.
Marhevka's, he's got a handful of them.
Bodied down there by Ethan Davis.
I like his game. He's a good player. You can just see it. Doesn't result in anything there, but he's a good all-around player.
One of those guys that always gets paired up with the best forward on the other team.
Yep. Always got a tough assignment. We saw him in the first half. He made a couple of nice plays defensively, and nice play he made there, knocking it down, but again, didn't result in anything there, but he did get possession back for his side. And the goal scorer there for St. Mary's, Brett Wachowski, has been really impressive here tonight.
It's a header game all of a sudden.
Sure is. Game ahead he broke out.
Tommy Rushwin breaks that. With around to the other side and didn't quite get the angle.
Nope.
But another corner upcoming. Orchard Lake has dominated that statistics so far today. Clawender setting up in front, you saw him.
These get more and more important as we go along here.
Looking to pad this lead. Wow, those paws.
Yep.
Marhevka looks like a baseball center fielder out there or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's really dialed in tonight. Been really good.
It's Kerbeck trying to get some space. Orchard Lake wasn't having it. This back line sealing up. Now have a 2-1 lead. Their first of the match. Divine Child jumping on top after they really dueled back and forth, but Orchard Lake had still the possession advantage at that point. I mean, they've had it this entire match for the most part.
Yeah, I wish I had the numbers on it. It was probably pretty hefty in the first half, but just a one goal to show for it.
Tough area to work out of, and he cannot split the pair. Orchard Lake with numbers and looking to send that one across the turf. Marhevka once again.
Continues to shine. Kept his side in a match that's now 1-1. Here goes Big Thompson.
Got the rebound right back to him. Thompson splitting a pair. Oh. 2 more to beat. Can't quite there.
You can see the strength, you can see the power and the ability that he's got on that play. Look at this. I mean, well, this is the play in the defensive end for Divine Child where they kind of mishandled it. And once again, Owen Marhevka was there and made a big stop for him.
Yeah, the 2, dynamic goal scorers we have in this game. Thompson's got the body. I mean, he does. He's the truck.
he's the big rig, indeed, right? He is. And, Gabe Richard, he had a couple chances in the first half. He's got 8 on the season, and we haven't really seen him yet. Really, it's early on in the second half. But, yeah, I mean, Thompson, he plays the part, man. He's a really good all-around player, can do a lot of things in every part of the pitch.
Marinko can't buy space there. DC looking to juggle it in. Abarabi. That high off the foot. Charlie Bear chasing. Bear, the young freshman. They don't have many on this Orchard Lake team.
Yeah, that tells you what they think of him. It's a pretty veteran team, 9 seniors, and they got a freshman playing. Look out.
They play on. Orchard Lake and Bear winning that ball.
That's right.
Tommy Rushwin buying some space. Curling one there for Marinko. They've found a good part of the field right there and sliding one a bit too far.
Like the thought process there, but wide right of the target there as Kowski pulls himself up off the pitch. There's a play that you and I both reacted to. No harm done. They just play on, and quick counter here from St. Mary's. Richer with a touch outside, and then good patience, good vision to play that ball wide side of the pitch there. And then there's a good angle, good camera work down there on the pitch by our crew to see that shot that just sailed wide by a foot or two.
And that's a good job by the freshman too to not anticipate a call. I mean, you never want to when you're on the offensive. Check that in a moment as Golden is there to bump it down. We have another card coming here? No, not quite, just a foul.
Yep. We haven't called this young man's name a whole lot. He's not been tested as much, and his numbers are stellar coming in. I mean, you got 5 clean sheets in your last 5 matches. I mean, you've done something right, and I mean, most keepers don't have 5 clean sheets in a season. He's got 5 in 6 matches, so a lot of match left here to be played, Jeremy.
Here's Rushwin again, little curver. And here comes another sub for Divine Child. We saw them do this frequently in the first half, really kept them fresh.
Yep.
I think it's a good strategy, certainly on a day like this.
Kierbeck's out.
That's Roland, one of the original starters back in. Junior, first year on varsity for him, but they like him as well.
Yep.
Up the near side, Thompson has a beat. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure anybody believed he was going to rip that one from far away.
No, I agree with you. I mean, that's a great shot. He kept going. He kept the feet moving. He had some space. He's like, I'm going to try it. That one stunned Golden. I want to reach up and tap that top bar.
Pounded up the middle there. Kavanaugh, the first to the ball. Swung its way back.
Oh. The ball.
Just got it through, my goodness. Not the best of angles, but look at him soaring through the air. Gabe Richer doing what Gabe Richer does best.
His team-leading 9th goal of the season. The transition for St. Mary's is great. Excellent ball to that near post. Nothing there that Owen Marhevka could do, and Richer continues, dare I say, to get richer in the goal-scoring department. 9 on the season for the young man, who is having a whale of a campaign. The junior has given his side the 2-1 lead.
This was an Orchard Lake team, believe it or not, that was passive last year, according to their head coach.
I find that hard to believe watching this. But you're right, he did.
But Richard's one of those guys that he said, hey, he just got bigger, faster, stronger this year.
Yep.
One of those guys that was passive before, but obviously not passive now.
Well, and I think, he talked about, to your point, he said he's attacking. He's always attacking. He was too passive earlier in his career. Been playing him in the 7, the 11, the 10. Scored in every match except the Cranbrook match.
A little hand battle turned into a bit of pushing and shoving.
Yep.
And we might get double cards here.
See what they do.
As Apocalypse was right around that play, wondering what the result would be. It looks like they're just going to put one booking there. Or did they say 2?
It looks like just the 1.
Cameron Stewart having a word as well.
Abarabi's, I believe, was the only card, because he went off. And now Scurry's trotting his way back. Watch 21 here. I mean, the damage was done there, I think. But he grabbed him a couple times, and referee saw that all from behind as they were coming down the pitch. So just the 1 card here on Divine Child.
DC gaining that one. Bush off again for Slusher. Orchard Lake took charge. It's Rushwin from behind. Wheeled it off for Charlie Bear. He's playing solid minutes right now as a freshman, number 2.
He really is.
He's not a big guy, but he's making his presence felt out there.
Speed, right?
Yep.
Speed and a bit of a pest out there, and doing a fine job in that role.
Brendan Mullet loses that one. Again, Orchard Lake looking to go quick tempo. They have a 2-1 lead. Still 27 minutes left to play here in half number 2. Started 1-0 Divine Child, and Orchard Lake got that equalizer right before time expired.
Well, the big guns have scored in this match on each side, and you'd expect in a big match here, league play and Catholic League. A lot of soccer left here, though.
That man right there has been a big part of it.
He has. He came out and really set the tone for St. Mary's in this thing. You could see it right away. Opening shift of the match, he was moving. High pace, high tempo, was really engaged, was getting into space and getting opportunities throughout that first half.
Shifted forward, a ball if he gets to it, but Marhevka takes the brunt of that hit. His head kind of diving into the knee that time.
Marinko is the one that was going in there. Nothing intentional there. I mean, it's just 2 guys going for the ball, and it's like they're going to call trainer out. Take a look here, and a little flick of the head there, and I mean, Marinko tried to put the brakes on there. He's moving. To me, there was clear intent by Marinko to stop and try to avoid the contact the best he could. St. Mary's will continue discussing. Well, they tend to the goalkeeper, Owen Marhevka of Divine Child.
2-1 Orchard Lake. We hope that talented young man is okay. We'll check on him when we get back.
St. Mary's is a place where boys come to find their place in the world. It's not just a place where we learn what to think. It's a place where we learn how to think. Education of the mind can be found almost anywhere. Education of the soul is what I've been taught at St. Mary's. So, if you think you're ready to be a part of our tradition rooted in success, come see for yourself how St. Mary's is more than just a school.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Well, Marhevka is coming out of this game because of this, unfortunately.
Yeah, they brought him out. And again, I think there was no intent at all by Anthony Marinko. I mean, you could see him trying to stop to avoid it. And they brought him out. So now you got Braden Davis who comes in here, Jeremy, a sophomore. And you talked about earlier in the match, and we kind of discussed that a little bit. They've been going back and forth. This is never easy for a goalie to come in like this, but you're on the team for a reason. So now's your time, next man up mentality, and we certainly hope that Marhevka's all right, but they pulled him from the match after that contact there he had with Anthony Marinko.
Oh, ripped away, and another foul coming.
That was a good hip check.
Ball ender going down as Brendan Mullen is now hobbled a bit.
Yep.
Come on, Messi. Come on.
Another set piece for the Eaglets. They've had a lot of these today. Wojciechowski dipping one just a bit outside.
I love what he did there. You could see it was like a bit of a change-up, right? He took something off of that kick, and he's really talented with that right leg and just missed there. They were looking for that young man right in front of the goal.
So it remains 2-1 Orchard Lake. How does the impact of a youngster, sophomore coming into this game, I guess mess with this flow? We'll see.
Yeah.
Marhevka was so special early on in this one.
He was dynamite, man. I mean, he kept his team in this thing, and they're still in it. It's just a one-goal difference. They had the first goal of the match. Now down by one here to St. Mary's on the road. And, I mean, to me, St. Mary's could have easily had 3 goals in that first half. Easily.
Poke down the middle as the Falcons look to regroup. Luciano Thompson gave it off, got it back. Here's Schlesser. Tight spaces here as the Eaglets press. 3 on the right is Scurry. Evan making his way in. Just a little trickler.
Defender just looked like he got a piece of that, took something off of it. So a much easier sequence there for Reese Golden.
Let's see if Divine Child doesn't take a few more shots as this game goes on. That is one reason I think why they were able to jump on top early in this one. They were playing, just that back and forth style of game at first, and then like, no, we got to take charge in a match like this.
Yeah, and I think, St. Mary's.
His man falls down, loses another one, another odd angle. Has a couple options out in front, can't hit it. The long shot's a bit too wide. Lose your eye, ripped one once again.
To finish that point, I think what St. Mary's has done is they have continued to be aggressive, as you're seeing here, and I think they're going to continue to do that. They might even do a little bit more of it because of Davis being in there, as you mentioned. So big opportunity here in the corner coming up for the Eaglets.
I've lost track. This is 5 or 6 already here for Orchard Lake. Lugerai going to take it. The clock is stopped because of the man down here for the Eaglets. And that's not a guy you want down.
No, it's not.
If Richard is hobbled, he's going to come off.
Goal scorer, the go-ahead goal scorer here. 9 on the season for Richard.
Big corner upcoming. Orchard Lake looking to pad this 1-goal advantage.
Oh. Good move.
Looking for the bomb up top. Wichkowski has been more successful than not on those today.
And he's hobbling.
Oy, oy.
Favoring that right leg, and you hate to see that. I mean, we talked about it in the first half. He had surgery, ACL in February, and made the transition, was a center back for this team last year, and selfless player, and you really hope that's nothing serious as he goes off. He was favoring that right leg. You hope that he's okay. But man, he's been a primetime player tonight. Got one of the 2 Orchard Lake goals, and see if we see him back in the match here, Jeremy.
Kavanaugh comes in for him. Well, with 2 of your threats off the field, let's see how that shifts things. Ooh. Both of these sides with major blows in this match.
You're right.
Keeper for Divine Child and your 2 stars for Orchard Lake.
Yep.
Here's another one, though. Lugerai looking to take over. Lugerai got it back. Watch him dance.
Good ball.
Spots it down the middle and headed a bit wide by the youngster.
Nice sequence there by Nico. Gave it up, got it back, trying to thread the needle in there. Marinko there was the one. I mean, look at the footwork here by Nico, and then says, you know what? Take a little something off of this and play it right in there. And it's a good, smart, heady play. You can see why their head coach, Keith Jeffrey, said to us he's the one guy that he wants to. He could probably play at a high Division I level, but he's dealt with an awful lot of injuries in his right leg. I say that because we saw Brett Wichkowski go off, had the surgery. Tough, demanding sport. Can wear you down physically.
Ori. Directed the wrong way for the Eagles. Nobody there for the Falcons, though.
St. Mary's is just, when Divine Child's had those chances like that, they've been one and done. They haven't had many chances here. Divine Child's got to start stepping it up a little bit in the offensive attack part of their game.
This call will go their way.
Yep.
Long set piece on the other half of the field. 20 minutes left to play in the second half. 2-1 Orchard Lake. Richard with another try, I guess, 1 and a good chance out in front. He's out right now, though.
Watch this guy, 22 in white.
Rocketed the other direction. And that's one thing that we commented on in that first half, just the speed that Orchard Lake was able to capitalize on.
The pace, I mean, like I said, they've touched on it a few times. They came out with a really high pace, and there's only been a couple spurts where they haven't been playing at that. Here they go again.
In control is the feeling here, but right there is Ori going to clear it. And the Eaglets pound it wide.
Turn it over. Yeah, St. Mary's has done what I felt they needed to do when we came back to begin the half. Don't change anything. Keep the foot, pedal to the metal, stay in the attacking third of the pitch. They've done that. And when they've had it in their own end of the pitch defensively, they really haven't given Divine Child many second chance opportunities. It's really been one and done, the few they've had here so far in this second half.
Thompson. Saw it roll back for Rushwin. Entangled again. And the Eaglets get the foul once again. They've gotten a majority of those calls today as well. Peek at the faithful here tonight on a humid Wednesday evening. Lakeside.
Yeah.
Or close to it.
Yeah, we're not far.
Over the top and taking a page out of his counterpart. Brendan Davis doesn't quite have his same height, but
no.
Able to get a piece of it at least.
Yep, he was, and he's still long and lanky, but yeah, he's a 10th grader, so he's a year younger, and he's probably 2-3 inches shorter than Owen Marhevka, who he came in to replace. But yeah, same mentality, coached the same way, and in there and replace the starter tonight, Marhevka, who was involved in a collision with Anthony Marinko of St. Mary's. But all they need, Divine Child, here is one. That's all they need here, and there's tons of time left in this match. But they've got to get out of this end of the pitch, start going the other way, and get multiple chances here on Reese Golden, the keeper.
Couldn't win that ball, and Ori did in the end. Ori's got the whole side of the field to himself.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Konecki lost it once again, though. Orchard Lake. I'm sure possession is in their mind with their 2 stars out as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Not to say that there's other who can't score, but you're looking full picture here as well.
Yep.
Sliding play to keep it in. Unfortunately for him, nobody in front.
Good play by Evan Scurry.
Roland was the closest to it as he put some eyeballs on Golden, who's given up his first goal in 6 games since the first game of the year. What an impressive stretch it is by him.
Mm-hmm.
And although he hasn't, we have another one coming here, another card it looks like.
Yeah. It's like Marinko, right?
Kind of a nothing play as well.
Yeah. He's calling it.
In terms of where it was, I mean, not much happening in terms of game action.
Mm-hmm. Notes being taken, card issued.
And wait a minute, it seems like we've paused this game. And the crew muttering behind us of maybe lightning in the area. The skies have darkened, maybe a drizzle or two. They've sent the teams to the benches.
See him looking at the watch, so yeah, that's got to be what's going on here, Jeremy.
Well, in any high school outdoor sport, 30 minutes from every lightning strike.
Yep.
So right now the time 8:35. So they'll reassess at 9:05. But unfortunately, any strike of any kind
resets it.
Yep, in that 30-minute period. So we will step aside in the interim. 2-1, the Orchard Lake lead. Still about 15 minutes left in this match, so a lot to be had on the prep.
It was very exciting to be the first class. It's just really empowering, and I feel very blessed.
Walking around this campus and getting to see Orchard Lake, no other school gets to see that.
The way my relationship with all my friends has grown is crazy. It's almost like a sisterhood, just how like the guy said a brotherhood. I think we have an amazing sisterhood. To be these women of St. Mary's is to be the first woman or person to do anything. You're making a legacy.
just by being here, going to school. That's not really a thing that everybody gets to experience. You're starting something new.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Well, we are officially in a lightning delay. 2-1 Orchard Lake. Here's how it happened.
Yeah, here's how it happened. This was late in the first half, and it was Sal Thompson, the captain of Divine Child, one of the best players in the entire state of Michigan. A counter play, and then he finished it off with that great individual effort there, beating Reese Golden. First goal that St. Mary's and Golden have allowed in 6 matches. But then on the free kick, Brent Wachowski, absolute hammer job. Top 90 of the goal, tied the match up very late in that first half at 1-1, and then beautiful effort there to finish that play off by Gabe Richer. 9 on the season. Quick transition, quick attack for St. Mary's, and right now they're on top here. A 2-1 count here in this lightning delay, Jeremy.
Well, as you see, there's not much happening behind, but unfortunately all it takes is them to see anything in the distance, and that's what's happened virtually.
Yeah, 8:35 is the time that the game was stopped, so we're going to have to wait until 9:05. If there's nothing, then we're going to see them come out and try to finish this match, I think. But we haven't gotten an official word on that as of yet. If there's another strike, the clock resets, so we got to wait another 30 minutes. So fingers are crossed there's no more lightning, because I really want to see this match finish between these two teams. It's been a really good match.
Well, this is not a way the Divine Child wants it to end right now.
No. I mean, they're in a position, and we talked about that in the game, that the game means a lot more to Divine Child. St. Mary's is 5-1. They've plowed through their last 5 matches, clean sheets in all 5 until tonight. But Divine Child sitting at 2-3-1, a loss and a draw already in Catholic League play. So this match means an awful lot more to them. So no question, they want to see it. Look, I'm sure St. Mary's wants to see it too. They want to get 6 in a row. They want to take down one of their longtime rivals here in the league.
And the other thing that's in play right now, we've got some major pieces out.
Yeah. We do, and you know it's gonna depend if this game continues. If we see those players back, Marhevka's out. He got in a collision in that second half. You got Wachowski's out as well. He left the match after that big goal you saw on that free kick. So yeah, a lot of players are out, and it'd be nice to see him finish this and let those guys come back in and play.
Well, we're going to head down, kind of get an update on what the full scope of this, what might look like, how long they could go. That answer might not be determined, but we'll try to find out for you here on the Prep. Right now, Orchard Lake up 2-1. Stick with us in this lightning delay. More after this.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
Well, we welcome you back to Orchard Lake. Still not great news. We've seen another strike of lightning or two. The newest, as soon as possible, playing time would be 9:20. We're hearing that if we see any more in about 10 or 15 minutes from now, we might be in bleak territory in terms of the completion of this game, but we'll wait to say anything more until we get official word from the athletic department here at Orchard Lake. We want to tell you about some of our fine sponsors here at the Prep, however. In today's ever-changing real estate and mortgage lending world, the importance of a true professional has never been higher. At Success Mortgage Partners, our mission is for every borrower to receive level 10 service, and our goal is to get you the lowest rate possible. We want you to have an experience of a lifetime as well. Navigating a turbulent market like this needs to be handled by a real professional. Call Ted Barr at 734-674-6154. Once again, that's 734-674-6154, and put 20 years of local knowledge to use for you and your family. Success Mortgage Partners, Inc. supports equal housing opportunity. MLS ID 130562. This is informational only and is not an offer of credit or commitment to lend. Contact Success Mortgage Partners, Inc. to learn more about your eligibility for its mortgage products. Also want to say a big thank you to Make the Turn. If your company wants to make the turn to the next level, make sure you contact Make the Turn, an award-winning digital marketing firm based right here in Metro Detroit. Founded by Mike Sullivan and Kyle Bogie in 2019, they've quickly grown to a full team of professionals who create custom marketing solutions to help grow your business. Maybe you have a great marketing department and want to get 10% better, or maybe you're a business owner who wants a marketing director without the full-time salary. It's worth visiting Make the Turn and checking out all the great examples and reviews. They can help with content creation, digital advertising, or even just optimizing your social media and web presence as well. Visit MakeTheTurn.com. That's MakeTheTurn.com to schedule a free consultation and see how they can help your company make the turn to the next level. In a lightning delay, the earliest we would play is 9:20. We have seen a strike or two since the first delay. We'll keep you updated as soon as we hear more. But right now, 2-1 Orchard Lake St. Mary's over Divine Child. 15 minutes still left to play in the second half on the Prep. Welcome back to St. Mary's, and unfortunately not a lot of good news. These things are always touch and feel in terms of the lightning that you see. Unfortunately, we have seen some more lightning here in Keego Harbor, Michigan. 28, so 9:28 is the new restart time as we sit right now. It's 9:12 right now. We do have an update that 9:38, if we go past 9:38 p.m., this match will be complete. It is a good match in good standing with the MHSAA, so it would be a final 2-1 in favor of Orchard Lake if they cannot resume here today. We've already had, 2 new times put on for you, so not looking great, but our fingers are crossed here today at Orchard Lake, and our fingers are crossed for Divine Child. You do not want to see them lose a game like this. We've seen some pieces lost in general due to injury. We'll see where that stands if they do return to play here today. But this would be quite ironic because this would be the second straight game. This happened to Orchard Lake where they've come out on the winning end. Lutheran North the other. So we'll see what stands between Divine Child and Orchard Lake in a little bit. Again, our restart time tentatively 9:28 unless more lightning is seen. And if we surpass the time of 9:38 p.m. Eastern, the game will be called officially as a win for Orchard Lake. Stick around here on the prep. More information as we get it. Most recent update for you, 9:40 is our newest start time. 9:40 is our newest start time. We don't believe that we would go beyond that because we kind of had the benchmark of 9:38, but I think that was because the lightning strike was before 9:38 that they've now placed a new start time of 9:40 here at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. It is drizzling. That's about all we've seen. It must be just lightning strikes in the distance. It's not like those strikes that really light up the sky, but unfortunately, anytime you see a strike, it's 30 minutes from the last strike to where you can continue the match. Right now, we're at 9:40. 2-1 Orchard Lake over Divine Child, scoring a goal here in the second half after Divine Child struck first in the first. We'll update you as soon as possible, but 9:40 is your newest, closest start time we can have to continue play here today.
It was very exciting to be the first class. It's just really empowering and I feel very blessed.
Walking around this campus and getting to see Orchard Lake, no other school gets to see that.
The way my relationship with all my friends has grown is crazy. It's almost like a sisterhood, just how like the guy said a brotherhood. I think we have an amazing sisterhood.
To be these women of St. Mary's is to be the first woman or person to do anything. You're making a legacy just by being here, going to school. That's not really a thing that everybody gets to experience. You're starting something new.
Does your bank make you feel like you belong there? At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
St. Mary's is a place where boys come to find their place in the world. It's not just a place where we learn what to think. It's a place where we learn how to think. Education of the mind can be found almost anywhere. Education of the soul is what I've been taught at St. Mary's. So, if you think you're ready to be a part of our tradition rooted in success, come see for yourself how St. Mary's is more than just a school.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
You're watching high school soccer on the Prep here this evening. Still in a lightning delay at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. If things hold out and we do not resume play past 9:40, Orchard Lake St. Mary's will get their 6th win of the year, their 6th in a row as well. They would have snapped their scoreless streak at 5. It was quite the run for Reese Golden, the senior who's looking to finish on a high note this year in his last campaign as an Eaglets. Our latest update was 9:40 was our restart time. Decent news. That's the longest we've gotten, I think, in between resets of the clock. I think there is some stuff coming towards us. Will it hit? Will it not? It's just kind of that late summer / early fall type of day where anything goes. Very humid, sticky. It's been that way all day and really the last few days here in the area. So still awaiting to see if we can start this game. But we have a hunch that they will not restart the clock again if in fact they do see lightning. I know we've been here before and we thought that 9:38 was the drop dead time. We're hearing That's 9:40 would be that drop time next, most likely. Right now, Orchard Lake has a 2-1 lead. Will they hold on to this one in regulation if they start again, or just in this fashion, weird fashion, I guess, for the past couple games? They had this versus Lutheran North last week as well. Back with the conclusion of this one, maybe our final thoughts in a little bit here on the prep.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Does your bank make you feel like you belong there? At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
St. Mary's is a place where boys come to find their place in the world. It's not just a place where we learn what to think, it's a place where we learn how to think. Education of the mind can be found almost anywhere. Education of the soul is what I've been taught at St. Mary's. So, if you think you're ready to be a part of our tradition rooted in success, come see for yourself how St. Mary's is more than just a school.
The shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
and it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown. Warriors. What a cut.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with the simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials. not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
It was very exciting to be the first class. It's just really empowering, and I feel very blessed.
Walking around this campus and getting to see Orchard Lake, no other school gets to see that.
The way my relationship with all my friends has grown is crazy. It's almost like a sisterhood, just how like the guy said a brotherhood. I think we have an amazing sisterhood.
To be these women of St. Mary's is to be the first woman or person to do anything. You're making a legacy just by being here, going to school. That's not really a thing that everybody gets to experience. You're starting something new.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Well, more lightning was seen in the area. Unfortunately, the game has been called. It is a complete game in the books of the MHSA. This is the second straight time that Orchard Lake St. Mary's has won a game that way. 2-1 your final score in this one. We'll have our G of the game coming up next. Also, Ben Holden's final thoughts on this match that has got to feel a little bit stale here for Divine Child. Back with more after this here on The Prep.
St. Mary's is a place where boys come to find their place in the world. It's not just a place where we learn what to think. It's a place where we learn how to think. Education of the mind can be found almost anywhere. Education of the soul is what I've been taught at St. Mary's. So, if you think you're ready to be a part of our tradition rooted in success, come see for yourself how St. Mary's is more than just a school.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Does your bank make you feel like you belong there? At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back, everyone, to Orchard Lake St. Mary's. We have a final in this game. It is a final in the books of the MHSA as well. 2-1, Orchard Lake St. Mary's defeats Divine Child. Brett Wojtkowski is our G of the game. We want to present him this hat.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. You had a great game here today. It's a good win for your team. This is the second straight time this has happened to you guys, right, with the Lightning?
Yeah, so last game got canceled earlier in the game, but we couldn't go back out. But a win's a win. We deserved it. We came back 2 unanswered and proud of the boys.
Well, I think a lot of people are wondering, are you okay?
I'm good. I was going to go back in. I got some sprints in, but I wanted to go back. I was hoping to play, but now I'm good. I'll be back.
Well, this group, we talked about it with your coach leading into this game, has been together for a while. I mean, a lot of these seniors have been playing for each other, not only here at Orchard Lake, but, through the system as well. This is an experienced group, and they're poised for some success, right?
Yeah, definitely. So we're graduating 9 seniors this year. Last year we only graduated 3, so we're definitely experienced, and I have faith in our underclassmen too, so I think we're going to be good for a little while.
Well, your keeper has looked really good. He broke his clean sheet sweep, but he's the guy as the rain pours in the background. Now, we knew it would come at some point. He's the guy you've leaned on quite heavily. What does he do well when he's at his best?
His positioning is amazing, and he's always keeps his head in the game, and we all try to keep his head in the game, and I don't know, he's his own player. I mean, he's the best keeper in the league, and I firmly believe that, and he's going to have a great year, definitely.
Well, you guys have another really good player in Richard behind you as well. Sure. What's it like to perform behind him?
Phenomenal. You can pass the ball anywhere, it's going to a good player. So all around, we're a good team. I like everyone on our team.
Well, this win is huge for you and hard for Divine Child because, you need all these wins you can as you head towards the Catholic League playoffs. But, what do you think you guys need to continue to get better at?
Just win. We got to finish out the season. Now we're on the way, 5 games in a row, all league games away. So we just got to go out there, win, and keep playing our game, move the ball around.
Well, thanks for stopping by here today. Congrats on your honors. He's our G of the game. Looking forward to see how his season finishes out the rest of the way here for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. We're going to get the final thoughts from Ben Holden here in a moment on the prep as Orchard Lake St. Mary's has a 2-1 victory here today.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Orchard Lake St. Mary's now 6-1 overall, 5-1 in the Catholic High School League Double-A division here today. Jeremy Otto back alongside Ben Holden. Wow, a big lightning flash right in the middle of our face. That's what we've been waiting for to see one. We've heard about it all.
Yep.
I think it was behind us mostly, but it just kind of a gut-wrenching, gut punch here for Divine Child.
Yeah, it's a tough way for anybody to lose one, but can't argue with Mother Nature sometimes, right? So, credit to St. Mary's. They get that what proved to be the game-winning goal from Tommy Rushwin, and he goes to the goal, puts it in, and Coach told us they like to try to isolate him, get him into space. He found space, and he went to the goal with Gabe Richer, and Rushwin puts it away for the winner. And, the young man you just talked to, I was so impressed watching him play tonight. And he came out, and he set the tone. He was a tone setter in this match. He came out with a fire in him, and he was playing hard. He was playing at a high pace, and the rest of the team responded to that. And in St. Mary's, 6 straight. They played really well this season, just that one loss in the first match, and they're on quite a role they've never really been on here with their soccer program. So hats off to them.
Well, it's hard on just being September 6th for Divine Child to think about some of their playoff hopes fading. Obviously, there is the MHSA playoffs. Everybody makes that in soccer. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with going forward. We hope their keeper is okay. We never heard an update on Owen Marhevka. I know we haven't talked about him much since the delay, but boy, what a game he had before he came out.
He played unbelievable, and he had that collision early on in the second half, and I said it a couple times in the second half. It could have been 3-0 St. Mary's at halftime, but he played incredible. He kept his team in. He gave his team a chance to score that goal that Sal Thompson got, who's one of the best players in the entire state. Great individual finish by him, and credit to their keeper and their back line. They really defended well when they had to, and they felt the pressure early on and they withstood it and had won one match at halftime, and they come up a goal short and lose it 2-1.
Well, Chad, if you're watching, I officially put in my order for rain gear for the next game. We're going to need it going out of here.
Might need it Friday.
For Alex Westfall, our whole fantastic crew here today, Ben Holden was my analyst. I'm Jeremy Otto. We'll see you Friday for some Friday Night Lights. It's Bishop Foley and Shrine in a rivalry matchup right here on the Prep.